G'day folks. So the more I hear about Terminator Dark Fate, the worse the outlook for this movie is appearing. Because on top of the fact that you got rumored, and I stress rumored, reshoots going on, which is usually a bad sign, especially when it's only a few months away from coming out. All right, obviously, you know, it didn't go so well with the test audiences, and they probably want to scrub some stupid parts of the movie out. Hopefully it's the, potential plot point of John Connor being killed. But how butchered will the movie be if they have to completely reshoot the narrative of the movie, you know? So, but that's all rumored, all right? But what's not rumored is the fact that this director has gone out on a limb to make this movie political. He's gone out and said that, I guess because of some of the backlash towards the movie and the appearance of Mackenzie Davis and all that, and how sort of the movie looks a bit pandering to certain ideologies. And he's come out and said, oh, this movie is going to terrify misogynists, or her character's going to terrify misogynists. Oh, why would you come out and say that? Why would you alienate half the potential audience? Why would you do that? Has he not heard of go woke, go broke? Obviously he hasn't, but that's not just a myth. It's true. People go to the movies to be entertained, all right? They don't go there to, see the director's ideological and political agenda smashing them over the head like a freaking sledgehammer, okay? That's not what people go to the movies for. Oh, look, I'm sure there's a minority of people who do go for that just to be validated, all right? But there's plenty of that, online with podcasts and news and politics and that. Most people just go to the cinema, or throw on a DVD or put on Netflix for escapism, to get away from all that bullshit, so they can just enjoy themselves, right? So instead of staying neutral and making a movie that appeals to all people and that has universal themes that pretty much 99% of people can agree with, he's got to go and virtue signal, right, to the far left, who don't even spend that much money on movies, right? He's got to go and virtue signal to them for what reason? Is he that sheltered in his Hollywood bubble that he thinks that's the mainstream opinion? This wokeness, it ain't, bro, Tim Miller. That's not the mainstream opinion. Aren't global elections, happening all over the world, in Europe, obviously in the United States, in Australia here even? Isn't that evidence to you that most people are not woke? Far out. Anyway, I don't know what he's thinking doing that. That's such stupid, pandering, virtue signaling bullshit. And it's a shame. Because when I first, heard about this movie coming out months and months ago, I was a little bit excited. I love the Terminator franchise, or at least the first two movies. And the third one, for the most part, is shit, but it's got one or two good scenes. All right? But I love this franchise. I love the characters. And so I got a little bit excited when I heard it was coming out. I got an earlier video about this film and where it could go and the potential for it, and I was mildly optimistic. I didn't like the first promotion photo, the girl power one that they put out, because it seemed very over the top with the sort of pandering, but I was willing to give it a chance. But then Tim Miller's come out with this doozy of a stupid line, right? About how he's going to teach us misogynists a lesson, is he? Like, as if this guy's politically correct in every conversation he has behind closed doors. What a load of shit. Half of Hollywood, probably most of Hollywood, is not politically correct in their private lives. They just virtue signal for, the people paying their checks. That's all. Because they think that's somehow the people at the top, the ideologues who, I guess, run the studios, they somehow think this is mainstream society. Well, it ain't. All right, most people are towards the center. They're not far in any direction. All right, if anything, all right, the majority in the Western world seems to be going towards the right at the moment, because the left pushed so far. There's sort of a counter swing towards the right. So you know, if they really do want to follow trends, they should be making more conservative movies. You know, if you're going to follow that logic, if that's all they're doing is wanting to, you know, satisfy the masses. But obviously they don't, because, I mean, they're making, you know, they're making more and more statements and more movies that are just politically charged and targeted at this sort of loud and obnoxious minority who make all the noise and threaten to, you know, get everyone fired and kick up stinks and controversies all the time. Anyway, I'm disappointed to hear him say this about the movie. I was looking forward to it, but it looks like it's going to be a, you know, a shit show now. It's going to be the bloody Hindenburg all over again. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but I've got to go check it out. It's a Terminator movie. I've got to go watch it, if anything, so I can review it for the, you know, disaster that it looks like it's going to be. So that's about all I have to say about that terrible news. I'll leave it there. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. God bless you all, and remember, if you want to make movies great again, you got to vote with the wallets, folks.